Head of Royal Navy steps back after investigation into alleged relationship with female colleague. Why is this an issue? I mean, I'm just as shocked as you that a person that's in the Navy was in a relationship with a woman. Admiral Sir Ben Key is reportedly suspected of breaking the Navy's strict service test, which effectively prohibits sexual relationships between commanders and their subordinates. But not little bunk, not the little bunk buddies that you get. Look, I'm just saying, they spend a long time at sea, and they've got women in the Navy now. Those are called bilge bunnies. But anyway, the head of the Royal Navy has stepped back from the job after an investigation was launched into an alleged relationship with a female colleague, according to a person familiar with the matter. The Ministry of Defence confirmed earlier in the week that Admiral Sir Ben Key had stepped away from being First Sea Lord, the Cum Lord, sending shockwaves through the service. But a spokesperson at the time merely said this was because of private reasons. Private reasons. A spokesperson on Friday night updated this response to say an investigation is ongoing and it would be inappropriate to comment at this time. The Sun and the Financial Times first reported the true reason behind his premature exit. Admiral Key has always been due to step down from leading the Navy and had always been due to step down from leading the Navy in the summer. The FT quoted two people familiar with the matter saying that the investigation related to a relationship with a female subordinate. The Sun said Admiral Key, who is married with three children, oh lordy, so that might be why, is suspected of breaking the Navy's strict service test, which effectively prohibits sexual relationships between commanders and their subordinates. It is not thought that the person involved was in his immediate chain of command, but as head of the Navy, the First Sea Lord is in overall charge of all naval personnel. Admiral Key's sudden disappearance has forced the Navy to cancel its flagship annual Sea Power Conference, which was due to start on Monday with military guests from all over the world. Man, you ever bang a bitch so hard that they shut down an entire conference? Wow. Second Sea Lord Vice Admiral Martin Connell has temporarily taken charge of the service before a full time replacement is announced. And Admiral Martin Connell sticks to strict Navy tradition and only bums men. I'm sorry. Look, stereotypes exist for a reason. General Sir Gwyn Jenkins, a Royal Marines officer who lost out on becoming National Security Advisor following last year's election, is widely expected to become the next First Sea Lord. If confirmed, he would be the first Royal Marine to head the service. Admiral Key, who was appointed as First Sea Lord in 2021, has placed a strong focus on eliminating unacceptable behaviour in the Navy. In the Navy. Last year, he declared zero tolerance for unacceptable behaviours. In 2022, he said, those who do not wish to serve in accordance with the values and standards of life in the United Kingdom's armed forces will be removed. There is no place for you. Oh, wow. Admiral Key joined the Navy as a cadet in 1984 and commanded two frigates, a mine hunter, and the aircraft carrier HMS Illustrious. The Navy lists integrity as one of its 6 core values. It says integrity is that quality of an individual's character that encompasses honesty, sincerity, reliability, and unselfishness. It is an essential requirement of both leadership and comradeship. Unless we maintain our integrity, others will not trust us and teamwork will suffer. Sky News has approached Admiral Key via the Ministry of Defence for comment. Now, men, we all make mistakes sometimes, right? Just long time away at sea, no privacy, can't relieve that tension, so it builds up like a pressure cooker. Before you know it, you're walking around with two tennis balls between your legs and you can't even sit comfortably. Right? You have a little rollover in bed and those blankets brush you, just that right way, and there you are. You could hang your washing off the thing. Right? Not mine, it points down. Long story. But I want to see a picture of this girl. I want to see a picture of this. I want to see a picture of this woman. Right? Look, I'm not trying to attack the guy. I'm not trying to attack the guy, right? The guy had a wife and 3 children, so he fucked up there. He shouldn't have, right? He definitely should not have done it, right? But I need to see a picture of the girl before I decide how harshly to judge him, right? See if she's this great big land whale, or in this case, an ocean whale. I mean, they were probably just taking her home. Then I'm going to be very, very angry, right? You threw away wife and kids for that. You disgrace, right? However, what if she was a 10? Then I'm going to still a piece of shit. He's still a piece of shit for doing that, but I would have more understanding. I'd be a little bit more understanding. Okay? We all do silly things when we're horny. Right. However, I think the bit most newsworthy thing here is that there was a scandal involving a sexual relationship in the Navy and it wasn't between 2 men.